It just sucks to have trained for something so hard and put so much thought into it, and then just one fluke thing just takes you out.
For the first time, everybody in the stadium is like, Dexterity just made Apex human.
All right, good when you are.
Well, hold on. This is gonna be this is gonna be 2 pieces for somebody.
Mm.
Just somebody's ready.
Yeah.
Like here, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh my gosh.
The guy was being held up, and the mosquitoes came around him because there's so many mosquitoes.
Day 3 was our rest day. It was our off day before the competition of the next day. And so the thought was, what are the most Texas things we can do? We go to this really, really nice gun place. It's called the Texas Gun Experience.
This is a massive just warehouse. You come in and it's just guns galore. They have a knife bar where you can buy like a katana.
We rent 2 guns, it's a rifle and a handgun, and everyone gets to shoot each, and it's pretty fun.
Tim was in his element. That's his thing.
It was all around a cool experience.
My face doesn't always fit. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, boink, boink.
We wanted to go to a good barbecue because you got to get the full Texas experience when you're there.
And so I remember just sitting there and we're having a good time, we're talking, we're getting ready for the next day, which was going to be all out war. The next day was the first day of actual competition.
Well, I convinced some of the guys that we're gonna go out to a honky tonk bar. Because if you're in Texas, you gotta at least you're in Texas. Come on. And I do enjoy line dancing.
We were in the Airbnb and we were just talking about it, and Paul started teaching us how to do line dancing.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Restart. That's it.
His hips don't lie.
A couple of the guys decided they want to go with me to the line dance, so we decided we're going to learn a few songs. So after we got back from barbecue, I was pretty set on going to this honky tonk bar. Mike was game, he wanted to go.
Like, I was still awake because I'm like, I don't really need to sleep all that much. It doesn't really matter. But Paul's like, let's go out dancing. And I was like, yeah, let's go do it.
Alex decided to go too, which surprised me.
Anyway, I was like, dude, Texas like line dancing? That sounds incredible. I need to experience this.
At night, when everyone was getting ready to go to the country bar, I realized I was just not feeling good. So Connor and I stayed back.
So he finds this place. I don't know where he found it. Like, he just looked up dancing or something like that. And it was massive.
But we're pulling up on a Thursday night, and it's this massive parking lot that is just packed full of people. There's like a line coming in and out, and we're like, what the heck? And all these dudes in like straight up cowboy hats, like local Texans, like are here, swing dancing away.
It was a lot of fun, and I did my best, but I didn't know all the moves these guys were doing out there.
And they knew what they were doing. Like, I already don't know how to dance, and I'm definitely not about to like know how to swing dance. Like, what the heck? And they were like, dudes were throwing people and like around there, like it was nuts.
Even Mike and Alex got out there, so yeah, it was a good time. Because the nice thing is you could go out there and make a fool out of yourself, and nobody knows the difference.
Connor and I at the Airbnb, and we were just watching chase tag matches and hanging out, and we found this lacrosse ball. I think it was Aaron's, And Connor and I just started playing this game. We're throwing this ball back and forth, trying to get it past each other, working on our reflexes, you know. Honestly, I think that game Connor and I were playing might have been more intense than at least our practice.
I got hit in the balls by the lacrosse ball.
Gio did not like that we were going out.
I hear that these guys are out. I am pissed.
He was like the dad of the group. He was like, "Oh, where are you guys at? What are you?"
We have matched them more. What are these guys doing? If I see these guys, I'm gonna smack all three of them combined, bro. Like, what is going on?
So yeah, we did our Texas experience. It was awesome.
Well, you took that well. No, to actually do it.
Aaron's like, oh, was that it?
I'm very afraid to go full. His lat is so tight, bro. You have to be so careful. Bro, this guy's gonna overflow, bro, with when I'm done with him.
It's the big day. It's weird when it's actually competition day, regardless of what sport. Like, there's a different feeling in the air. I remember waking up and distinctly feeling like today was different. Like, there's something more going on today. We knew we just had one match, and it was going to be our hardest match of probably the entire competition. It was against Apex Sun.
We decided that our game plan was going to be a rotation between me, Paul, and Aaron.
First match was Apex, and Tim recommended like strategy of like really trying to pace them, which we interpret as like moving like quicker and like forcing them out of like situations fast. And I'm not like a very fast like type of player. I like being a little bit more methodical and then diving. So I was like, okay, my style is not like good for this matchup. So I was like, all right, I'm cool. I talked with the team. I was like, all right, I'm cool with taking a back seat to let like our better players like get in there, because we gotta beat Apex. This is gonna be like a really hard match. If we can beat them, like we would be the only other team other than the other Apex that to beat Apex.
I think it was a little bit of a double-edged sword going against Apex first, because it is one of the things where we get them out of the way, but at the same time, when do you really want to go against the best team in your bracket?
So it was about an hour-long brief, and we're sitting on the couch, just completely relaxed. But I thought that was very helpful.
It's go time. We head over to the Arlington Sports Arena.
Yeah, so then we got there, and obviously everyone's there. We got a big crowd of athletes, over 100 athletes, and all in one room. Everyone's hyped up. It's a good energy.
We all huddle into this big old room where they start passing out jerseys, and all the teams are coming in and get super cluttered.
They ended up doing rock, paper, scissors first. So everyone was in the same room. We had, and then they were just bringing up each pair of people that were going to be competing. I think the first round robin. So you were doing all of your first three rock, paper, scissors.
So I got there and I beat Apex. We're like, yeah, we won the one we needed to win. We won it. We're good. Like, we're gonna be evading first. Let's go.
We knew off the gate that this was going to be huge for us. If we could come out swinging and fresh, we had a solid chance at taking them on.
Against Tempest, then SoFlo, ended up winning 2 of them and then losing 1 of them, but it was just fun.
We're like, okay, first 2 matches, these are the most important. We know that these are going to be the hardest out of all of them.
Yes.
Hello. After the rock, paper, scissors, all the teams were done with that, they gave everybody about an hour where it was open quad.
Are you good or me? Me? I'm good.
When it was time to warm up, we went backstage. I was feeling good, 0 nerves. I just felt so confident, so calm, so collected. Like I felt great, to be honest.
We saw that you had to do a walkout, and we're like, what are we gonna do for our walkout?
Alex and them.
I took up the football one. You see, didn't like it. So.
Oh, purple, yeah.
That was good, yep. Oh, there's another pink one right there.
That's the one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, these are ribbed too, for my pleasure.
Oh, nice, bro.
I had this funny idea to put on sunglasses during our walkout on stage because, we're going against Apex Sun, so we gotta block out the sun,
We just all planned to get these sunglasses and like put them all synchronized and just be like tough.
I was trying, but I don't.
It's go time. We're in the back room. We get pulled out. We see Apex Sun. We know what we have to do. We know our game plan. And we just gotta go execute.
A team built entirely within Pennsylvania, training out of their own facility in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. In the red corner, evading first, Dexterity Depot.
The Pennsylvanians enjoyed some big support last year at the USA Championship, and they brought their shades with them. That might help them deal with the glare of Apex Sun. It remains to be seen.
So we stroll out on the stage, we have our sunglasses in our hand, and then we're gonna whip them out all at the same time. But then this dude, Tim, up front, whips it out way earlier. I'm like rounding the corner, and Tim has his sunglasses on. I'm like, bro! So I'm like, whip them on after.
I mean, all the sunglasses got on, but it was just like, okay, we're going now, oh no.
Wow, just walking out on the stage.
That was cool. I remember walking up there and they had all the cameras on us and there's the big banner behind.
Yeah, I was definitely feeling the butterflies. You're playing a game of tag, right? But man, it feels like it's more than that. It's a competition.
For me, being a part of American War in the past, other TV productions and shoots and things, it was so different seeing chase tag and the level that it was at. And it gave me chills. Like it gave me so much energy to be there in this place and do this walkout and do all these things. It was awesome.
Spirits are high. Everybody's good.
Paul's one of our fastest guys, and we thought that if he went out fresh, he'd have more of a chance of evading first and getting us to the point right off the bat. And if he didn't, he'd still wear the person out enough to make them work for that tag.
I got the opportunity to do it, to go out there, to evade first.
Apex Sun versus Dexterity Depot. Chase 1, Dexterity Depot evading. Athletes ready!
A lot of people have been talking up the chances for the title for Apex Sun this year, and it is Santos Terrones who is chasing first in this one, looking to get hold of Paul Fisher. The man with the headband is doing well in these early exchanges. He's going all the way around the outside. There's a little slip there, and Santos can make the strike through the bars. And were it not for losing his footing, it might have been a lead off.
I remember I got tagged, and obviously I was disappointed that I didn't get the evasion, but I thought I did good enough to get him a little tired because I didn't get tagged instantly, which was one thing you don't want to do.
And then Tim was chasing.
I remember staying on that start block, and I felt so in the moment. I felt in a state of flow. Like I couldn't have felt better, to be honest.
And then what none of us could have expected happened.
Well, team captain Tim trying to get the crowd fired up. Santos joining in. So let's assume they're fully fired up, although Tim has managed to nearly stack it coming out of the loading bay. He launches into the loading bay and then does stack it. And he is down. He is down, and that looks like an elbow or an arm. It's certainly injured something. It's going to be an evasion. Santos.
So I jump into the loading bay. When I land, my left leg buckles pretty hard, which spooked me, and it kind of caught me off guard. Then I remember falling. I remember clipping my knee on the one bar and then putting my hand up to save myself. When I landed, I just felt my elbow kind of pop out.
We had all talked about, as a team, we were like, oh, hey, look, if you get hurt, you better get up and keep going. Because that's like, if you get hurt, you cannot play again in the whole event. Tim knows that better than anybody, so he's injured. And I was like, oh, he's not getting up.
And Santos goes over, and then he looks, he does this, and I notice like his face just goes blank. So I look at Santos, I look back at where Tim is still hasn't moved.
Looking at it, I didn't know what was wrong with it, and I knew that I couldn't compete anymore. And I had just had surgery on my ankle in May, and looking at it, I thought, this is gonna be surgery again. And I was so angry because I just recovered from this injury, and here I am again, after putting so much work, so much effort, so much time thinking about something, and then this happens, and now I'm out, and I can't compete anymore, I have to get another surgery, and I was just so angry.
This is one of the strongest dudes I know. I've never seen him hit the ground and then just stay there. This man gets back up. He doesn't get back up.
That's not good at all. And the timer's still going. The evader is just kind of keeping his distance, and we're all yelling like, medic, medic, medic.
And so I start getting on, and I hear somebody say, move away from me, because people start finally moving from the crowd.
The medics come on, they pick me up, and I think one of the funniest things actually from that experience is hearing everyone's reaction. I kind of like dark humor, and so whenever I got up and heard everyone go, ooh, like I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny.
Oh my God, I saw his elbow was like bent the other way. I just turned around. I couldn't even look at it. I just turned around. I'm like, oh, this is not good.
It just sucks to have trained for something so hard and put so much thought into it, and then just one fluke thing just takes you out.
And I remember just feeling the energy of our team just go, because our captain is now down and out.
And the elbow, an unstable landing, sending him to the ground upon the loading bay. Hard for people to understand just how much pressure is in that drop.
When I first got out of the quad, I asked if I could stay and watch because I knew that the guys had to finish the match and I wanted to watch them. They're like, no, we gotta get you out of here.
So now I'm stepping up, trying to figure out, okay, we need to figure out the new order of people. Who are we gonna bring in? So we brought Alex into the group.
Because now I'm realizing, like, okay, I'm going on the quad because we're down a man. Like, I'm definitely like the next person that's gotta go. So I'm just like, I just zone in.
Well, in all that, the point is won by Apex Sun. Dexterity Depot.
Coach Mike rounds us up. We kind of have his talk, and we're just like, yo, it's the same thing. You know, we're just gonna get it done.
At this point, I felt like, you know, as long with everybody else as well, like it was my responsibility then to get up there and do this for Tim, because Tim is a big reason why we're here.
That happening, just like that upped our play level like so hard. I feel like we just got into like warrior like mentality.
It was like a whole mind rush for me to like just get back into the zone and go after Santos.
Aaron Lucas sent in now, and Santos, because of the delay, because of the injury, he's had a little bit more time to recuperate. And off he goes over the sisters and round by the front line. It's just a little job for him at the minute. Is he going to turn on the pace? No, he's going to hop back out the way of the dive, but he wasn't quick enough. And that is good work from Aaron Lucas.
So Aaron, he's an interesting athlete. He is very, very quick and incredible at threading.
1-0 Apex Sun. Athletes ready!
In comes Damien. One of the strengths of this Apex Sun team is that he's unchanged. They know what they're doing. That is a great recovery from Damien there when he was losing his footing. And then he still has the confidence to have that foot placement to go up onto the bars, high up on the tilted cube. And ultimately
Ended up getting Santos, which felt good. I was, you know, getting moving, ended up getting tagged by Damien. He caught me over in the tilted cube.
They take me over, I'm in this chair, there's a TV next to me, so I'm trying to watch, but at this point I start going into shock, so I'm sweating, I'm starting to see stars and feel nauseous, and this wasn't there at all. The pain hadn't fully set in yet. They tried to give me pain meds, I think twice, and I kept denying it. I'm a big baby when it comes to needles, so I didn't want them to put the IV in and give me pain meds, so I kept denying it.
He did not. He changed his direction once he saw his opponent going.
And everything zones in, and I just see him. I don't hear anything else. I just hear the athletes ready, and as I hear athletes ready and it fades out, we're just off.
number 99 is Jordan Robinson, and then he comes looking to track down Damien. And the ridge offers him an option. And wow, turning back on the front line.
Allegedly, I slapped Damien quite hard. He starts running in front of me, so I speed walk over, and the force coming from the force of me coming over the mountain, and then just as I'm about to lay it on him, I start pulling back, and I go, oh crap. So then I pull back, but it still sounds pretty loud. As I hit him, I hear everybody go, oh, and I was like, oh, it can't be that. Is it really that bad? So I run over and I hug him. All right, we're good. And then I go over to evade.
Wide open with nothing to assist you, to propel you even faster.
Evading 1-0 Apex Sun. Athletes ready!
Enter the Bear, one of the stars of this Apex Sun team, who has a little slip on the top of the mountain but recovers pretty well. Jordan hanging around under the ridge and then deciding to go, and it's all the way around the loading bay, and Bear can't quite find him, but it's Jordan this time whose footing is loose, and the Bear descends to make the tag.
So Bear was controlling the tempo the entire time. He was putting on the pressure. The moment Jordan made a mistake, easy moment to just pounce over at the ridge and get that tag.
10 seconds. Chase 7. Apex Sun evading 1-0 Apex Sun. Athletes ready!
Well, Bear Schneider is a threat as a tagger, but also as an evader. Can he double the lead for Apex Sun as Paul looks to get him? And that is an open air juke round by the front line, and it actually works for Bear, but it did allow Paul to get up some speed and follow him down this side to make the tag by the tilted cube in the end.
Indeed, we were just talking about that. It is very risky to be turning on yourself at the front line.
Athletes ready!
This will bring us to the halfway point. It is only 1 point in it. Apex Sun. But here comes Maxwell Boyce looking to maintain that 1 point advantage as he scrambles through the loading bay, but he's not really made a serious move yet. And Paul Marr, wow, Paul, if he'd gone under the mountain, there was a route of escape. There wasn't one under the cistern.
Apex Sun evading 1-0 Apex Sun. Athletes ready!
Maxwell Boyce being chased down by Aaron, and there's a dive through the tilted cube that doesn't make contact. Boyce again, another open air juke and a change of direction right by the front line. It looked like that was close, but nothing given. They're going to keep on chasing, and Boyce under the ridge, down to the loading bay, and a real despairing dive. He knew he had to make a move. I don't think even Aaron...
I give up the innovation against Max Boyce, which, I mean, that was close. I had 2 huge opportunities. I've looked at the video, and I'm pretty sure I caught him over by the tilted cube.
Incredible. What a moment.
Sun evading 2-0. Athletes ready!
Well, the lead is now 2 points, and this could get away from Dexterity Depot. If Jordan Robinson can't lay a glove on Maxwell Boyce, who races up. And that's a nice little move around the lazy boy. And the number 69 can't get away under the ridge because there's a slap on the back from Jordan.
Jordan is a fast runner. Maxwell was doing very well, juking back and forth and evading, but as he came around the front line and around the ridge, he gave Jordan just the opportunity to catch up.
Athletes ready!
Devin Straley, team captain, first time on the quad in this contest for him. As he forces Jordan into that corner, you can just see him hurling him into that open space, but he got away at first, but couldn't get away under the mountain as Devin launched himself round the corner by the loading bay.
Very surprising. In a moment like that, Jordan made quite a mistake at the front line near the ridge. You should not do that.
Athletes ready!
In comes Alex, the number 58, trying to track down the Apex captain, Devin Straley, who's just keeping his eyes on him, a little shimmy of the shoulders before he went again. It's another one of these change of directions by the front line.
I think I only went in one time, but I had a very good dive, and that was cool. I had a really good dive tag, which apparently Christian, the co-owner of Chase Tag, told me later that it was like one of the cleanest dives he's ever seen. Just like, he said, usually people when they dive, they nick things on their body, and I just went through.
Athletes ready!
4 chasers left. Time is running out for Dexterity Depot to get back into this one. As in comes Max Hummel for Apex. And he's just waiting, and there's a little stumble, but it doesn't matter because he recomposes and gains center control. Into the loading bay, but doesn't really commit, and then that bar gets in his way by the mountain. And it's a scramble, and oh, there it is, finally! He was waiting and waiting until the chance came, and eventually Max Hummel made the tag.
Athletes ready!
It has not been a dominant performance from Apex Sun, but it has been efficient, and it can be won right now if Max Hummel can get a point to seal a 3-0 victory. But a tag is made under the mountain. Strong work there from Aaron. He has looked pretty sharp, Aaron, on the quad in this contest.
Aaron is definitely a prime athlete for Dexterity Depot.
Damien bouncing on the chaser's plate, looking to seal the victory. And a nice little hop up on all the bars and platforms, and a reach through the loading bay does seal the deal. Apex Sun 2, Dexterity Depot 0.
It's interesting to see that they didn't have quite a dominating effect over Dexterity Depot this year. I don't know if it's whether Apex hasn't improved or whether Dexterity Depot has been the one to improve.
For the first time, everybody in the stadium is like, Dexterity just made Apex human. But regardless, learned some lessons, learned some things, always trying to learn from it, and we'll come back stronger.
I honestly wasn't expecting to play a lot, which I ended up not playing at all, but I think that was for the best. I felt that even though I didn't get to play, the energy I got, it still felt, I was out of breath. Even if I didn't play at the end, I was still out of breath because of all the yelling I did and how hyped it was. But
yeah, we ended up losing, shook Sun's hands, did another kind of like huddle. Aaron prayed for Tim.
As soon as the match was over, we're not even thinking about the match. We just wanted to go find our buddy Tim.
On our way back, the camera crew and the interviewer stop us as a team, and they start talking to us about the match, about Tim, about what happened.
They were asking about what we have to do now, or how this changes things for us, having Tim out.
We all kind of said something like pretty solid. I was pretty proud of what I said. Again, I'm not good with interviews usually, but I was like, yeah, hey, I talked like pretty well. The microphone goes to Mike Myers, and he's just like,
I agree. And that's all I said. She's like, okay, a man of few words.
After they interviewed us, we were then free to go.
So we all rushed out to go find Tim.
Eventually the ambulance gets there. They put me in a stretcher. They're doing their best to immobilize and not move it because any sort of movement was pretty painful at that time. At this point, Frank came running out and making sure I was okay. Frank is a good friend of mine, and I was happy to have him there. And they finally put the IV in. I finally like, all right, you know, it's starting to hurt a little bit. Well, let's get the IV in here. So they put it in, and it was fine. And just sitting there, it was just so surreal. Like, it just didn't feel real to me.
We'll hold it down, don't worry.
I would have tagged him too.
Huh? I know, bro. I know.
But you were so easy to tag, I had him.
I saw it, bro. I was like, all right, we're good. Evasion time, and then, just hop on his head.
Yeah, we get to the hospital, and we get into our little room. It definitely takes a while, and we're just hanging out. The people there were nice. Frank being there was very helpful. If Frank didn't come out, I know what I would have done. Frank was very helpful and just being a good, positive person to be there and waiting there for a while. Eventually, all the guys show up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey, Paul, how did we get in?
We came in through the employee entrance. It's almost midnight and we're in the hospital. We snuck in.
Go up to registration and ask.
What's the last name?
Dexter. No.
All right, so we're gonna go in and start singing "Happy Birthday."
You want to start? Do you want to sing "Happy Birthday"?
No.
Happy
It was just nice to see Tim again. I didn't feel as upset or sad.
Yeah, Tim, you know you're the only one who got to keep his shirt for the night.
I'm gonna do like
I'll get them all.
I feel like I could have gone in and gotten an evasion.
So we're in there joking around. Told them a little bit how the match went.
I don't know why the hospital let us all go in that room because there was a good 7 or 8 of us, and we're all just like piling in. We're like still amped on energy from from chase tagging, and so we get kicked out of the room by security because there were way too many of us there.
Then we went to a grocery store because Gio said he would cook for us. It was really late at night, so we couldn't like get any good food. So Gio offered to cook. Gio is like an amazing cook as well. Man of many talents, Gio is.
I just cooked up some chicken and lots of veg to kind of help with the inflammation, you know what I mean, bro? Yeah, it's just, it's whatever. It's food. It's recovery.
Any other time, fine.
Thanks, my man.
Oh, good, my guy.
We got an update that Tim was gonna come home, which we were like, all right, that's great.
They all left, and luckily Frank stayed, and so we waited for a little bit longer. Eventually, the doctors come in. They're gonna set it back into place. We had found out that my elbow was dislocated. They set it, didn't feel it, and then they put me in this big old cast splint thing that was very annoying.
Go sleep, Welcome home!
Yeah, we got Finn. I'm your new coach now. You have no choice in the matter.
I was surprised everyone was so awake. I expected everyone to be asleep.
It was really good to have him back at the end of the day.
I was pretty positive. Like I didn't let it get in my head. Of course I was upset. Of course I was, angry and just disappointed. But I didn't let it get in my head. I knew I had to be there for the team.
Our spirits are definitely a little bit low because we lost to Apex, which we knew we needed to win, and we lost our captain.
I knew it was tough because going into the U.S. Championship, I was one of our best players, and so losing me, I knew was going to put a big strain on everybody else.
Tim's home. He is not competing. We lost to Apex. We got to throw all that out, and we got to come full guns blazing tomorrow for our back-to-back matches against Tempest and against SoFlo. Otherwise, that's it for our season.
Something about just like the mindset I was in and just not wanting to be eliminated so early. I was just like, all right, it's time.
We're making a name for ourselves now. We're not just going out in the first round again.
Does get the first evasion, and there is a howl